as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm flowing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Never been as broke as me. I like I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. They come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches at my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? Huh, I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. Stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile.
All right. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? Goddamn is right. Goddamn is right, man. So, Logan, man, you got some energy drinks ready to go. And I could say the same for myself, man. Right, Sir K?
Yeah.
There we go. Love the enthusiasm for my energy drinks. Thank you, Sir K. And what is going? There it is. Yeah. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? We are back with yet again another edition of the Notorious podcast, man. This is episode 202. 202 of the news, man. And what is going on, everybody? See, we got you guys in chat, man. What is going on? Pops, Gotti, Logan, Bell. Thank you guys for all being here, man. What the hell is going on, everybody? Hello. How's everybody doing? And yeah, man, without any further ado, man, if this is your first time watching and you guys are here for the first time, man, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know how the show works, every Monday we are on here with Notorious Unscripted, and every Friday we are on here at 4 p.m. Central with the news and for the Big Five for AEW and the Big Five for WWE and some select shows like tomorrow morning, we will be live 10 a.m. Yes, you heard me correctly. 10 a.m. Central Time. I figured the show's probably going to end around 8 or 7. So we figured we figured we're gonna give you guys a little bit of time to wake up on the Central Time. So we're gonna be live 10 a.m. Live with the Elimination Chamber review. So yeah, man. But if you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, that is AEW, the Kings of Killing Momentum. We talked about a week of Monday Night Raw, a week of AEW Dynamite, which actually, from what I can remember, was not the worst episode of AEW Dynamite, but of course, typical me and Sir K fashion. In typical me and Sir K fashion, we went off on a tangent about how AEW kills people's momentum, and it was a great discussion. So if you guys did miss that, that is episode 183 of Unscripted. You guys can now watch that on all platforms. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here, live, every Monday after Monday Night Raw for Notorious Unscripted, man. Also, if this is your first time watching, guys, have not got a chance to pick up some of the official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video. You got the Chicago flag design, the Uncrowned Kings of the IWC, the Biggie-inspired design. You got the base logo design, the Riddler-inspired IWC's Best Kept Secret design. the Notorious World Order shirt, the Grand Slam design, the scratch logo, and the only community that matters. All 8 of these beautiful designs, plus more, are available on the merch shop for you guys, man. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video. Also, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels Podcast. I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
Going good, man. It's going good. Just been going, man. Been going good. And just waiting, man. Waiting for tomorrow. Waiting for next weekend, next Sunday. And just waiting for Mania at that point. But man, I'm doing good. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everyone doing in the live chat, man? A lot of people. Logan, Bell, Gotti, how you guys doing, man? And how's everyone doing in the replay? How is? And what about you, bro? How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. So, yeah, man, I'm doing good, bro. So, yes, as Durante always asks, I'm good, family's good. And what about you, Durante, Logan, Bell, Gotti? How the hell are you guys, man? And yeah, man, yeah. Yes, I will be watching the Elimination Chamber live, so that's currently why I'm drinking my C4. And yes, Logan, if Logan was a betting man, he would be correct because I have my C4 here. I have my C4 here, and yeah, man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Definitely, got to bed pretty late last night. Finishing up, the prep, I guess, for this episode. Got to bed pretty late, and then I had to wake up, kind of, not early, but I didn't get much sleep, basically. So, gotta drink me a C4, man. So today I'm rocking with cherry popsicle C4, man. So hoping it's gonna give me a little bit of give me a burst to get through the day, and then after I have my dinner later tonight, I'll be fucking right out and right fucking back up at about 3:30 in the morning to watch the Elimination Chamber, man. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited for it, man. I love international wrestling shows. Just doing like fucking weird shit like this for wrestling shows is very cool. Very cool. I love doing it. European fans have to do this stuff 365. So if we had to do it one day out of the year, that's cool with me. And like I said, I don't mind. Like I love getting up at like all weird times to watch wrestling. It's something that's very fun, and it's something that I like that Triple H has done. So, yeah, not so. Yes, so pretty much. So for Belle, she says Elimination Chamber comes on at 10 a.m. her time. So for us, that 10 a.m. is usually what time shows in your area in the UK come on for us. So about 10 or 11. If it's WWE, I think their Money in the Bank came on at like 1 o'clock or like 2 o'clock. So it was very nice, man. Which is weird because I'm sure they're on different time zones, but All In came on at like 11 a.m., which was, I don't know. But
pretty fucking early.
Yeah. Well, fucking Australia said fucking hold my drink. So so oh yeah. Logan says to address the NBA 2K, the WWE 2K, the WWE 2K ratings, yes, they're absolutely awful.
They make no goddamn sense. They never do.
Yeah, really not, man. Yeah. Dang, dude. That's what's up. That's what's up, Gotti. That's awesome to hear. That is awesome to hear. Hey, dude. The whole reason we're here is because we didn't want to go to college. So no reason to No reason
So
for
you on that
anybody.
one, man?
Yeah, no reason for anybody to make fun of you, man. Again, the whole reason,
Okay.
the whole reason the whole reason I fucking live behind this podcast is because is because I didn't want to go to fucking college, man. So forget about school. Forget about school, man. You didn't hear that from me, but actually, yeah, you did. But yeah, dude. So yes, totally understand. And yes, bro, you in today's society, man, in today's world, you can absolutely succeed. Whatever your definition, that's the first thing. Whatever your definition of succeeding is, which is different for everybody. So don't let anybody tell you what your success is, man. And um, you know, uh, don't let anybody tell you that, bro. And yes, in today's society, you can absolutely fucking succeed without going to college, man. It's
Exactly.
yeah, you're gonna have people tell you so much stuff, bro. You're gonna have people tell you so much. You're gonna have people constantly try to tell you what they think is best for you, man. But you gotta stand on business, bro. At the end of the day, man, it's sometimes it's so exhausting, having people have it. have maybe, bro, maybe. But yeah, dude, you're gonna along the way, bro. You're gonna have so many people trying to tell you what's best for you, man. But at the end of the day, you only know what's best for you, and sometimes it could be demoralizing, bro, because you think what you're doing isn't right. You think you're doing the wrong shit, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, you know what's right, and you got to continue to tell yourself that, bro. So that's what fuels this podcast, man. That's what fuels me. And yeah, dude. So yeah, that's it, bro. That's it. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's my words of encouragement on the day as I drink my C4. See, Sir K, I'm not that bad.
Not yet. It'll get bad. Trust me. I know.
Yeah, teachers absolutely suck, man. Teachers absolutely fucking suck. Teachers absolutely. So, towards my later years of high school, um, I mean, obviously you get bad teachers, bro, but towards my later years of high school, man, you just find the motherfuckers that are just so goddamn vile and just so ridiculous towards kids. Like, it's insane to think how some people have a right to teach the children of the next generation. It's absolutely fucking insane, and that just killed it for me. Now, don't get me wrong, I've had some amazing fucking teachers, but god fucking
Oh,
damn,
yeah.
dude. Towards the later
Shit's
half,
crazy.
yeah, teachers that I still keep in touch with to this day, bro. But towards the later half of my high school years, man, god fucking damn, they really just they make you hate school. They make you fucking yeah. For that period of for the period of time that you're in school, dude, they absolutely make you hate your life, and it's just uplift, bro, uplift, and I always say this. We were just saying this for the Vince McMahon stuff, but dude, if you have a fucking platform and you choose to use it like a fucking dickhead, I mean that's just completely ridiculous to me, man. I mean, dude, you got a platform, bro. You got a platform to teach, to inspire, to learn, all that good stuff, man, and you choose to fucking make a complete ass out of yourself. Ridiculous, bro.
That's insane. I don't get those people, dude.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. And yeah, I completely understand, Bell, and absolutely, Gotti, absolutely. You know where to find us. You know where to find us,
Always
man.
will.
So
Exactly.
yes, yeah, man. So yeah, 2020, 2030. Golly. I always think about that when it comes to like WrestleManias. Like, you know how weird it's gonna be when we're all hopefully we all make it that long. But you know how weird it's gonna be when we're like watching WrestleMania 70 fucking 5, and I'm gonna be like, and I'm probably gonna be telling my children like, yeah, my first WrestleMania was WrestleMania 23, and we're like,
Insane.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Completely understand, Bro. Completely under. Well,
No, I get you.
Yeah, yes, I, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. But you're the goat, so don't forget that.
You really are.
Yeah, don't forget that. Yeah, All right, man. So enough about ragging on these fucking teachers, man. Um, but yeah, man. So we got a bunch of news here today for you guys, man. We got a bunch of news. But we're gonna start you guys off with some AEW news, man. We're gonna start you guys off with some AEW news. So AEW has went out. Tony Khan has went. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But so man, AEW has went out and Tony Khan has dipped into his checkbook yet again and has spent some more money, man. He spent some more money. But who has he spent some money on, man? So AEW has hired former WWE writer and 3-time Emmy Award winner Jennifer Pepperman as Vice President of Content Development. Pepperman will be working alongside Tony Khan to develop content for live TV after leaving WWE earlier this month. And this is the release that they put out in regards to her signing. AEW announces Jennifer Pepperman as Vice President and a Vice President of Content Development. 3-time daytime Emmy Award winner will work alongside AEW and CEO and head of creative Tony Khan on development of content for live programming. February 21st, AEW CEO and head of creative. God fucking damn! Why have I read that twice? And I'm not even in the fucking first article yet, or the first excerpt yet. Good lord. AEW CEO and head of creative Tony Khan announced that the award-winning director and producer Jennifer Pepperman has joined AEW today as Vice President of Content Development. Professional wrestling producer and senior writer since 2017, Pepperman was a prolific director and executive producer of renowned soap operas, including As the World Turns, One Life to Live, and Ever After. Pepperman has won 3 daytime Emmys for Best Directing across her career, bringing decades of experience in production and directing to AEW. Pepperman will work alongside CEO and head of creative Tony Khan in the development of content for AEW Dynamite, live on TBS every Wednesday, and AEW Rampage on TNT every Friday, and AEW Collision live on TNT every Saturday. Adding Pepperman's brilliant mind to the AEW team opens the door for new exciting ideas and will help us build upon the incredible stories currently developing on the road to AEW Revolution across our 3 weekly shows, TBS and TNT, and the effects to Jennifer's arrival in AEW that will be felt for many years to come in the future, Tony Khan said. We're thrilled to have welcomed her, and I look forward for her creativity and collaboration with our team across the board in what will be AEW's biggest year yet and beyond. And then obviously is just, the About AEW section at the bottom. So, this woman is allegedly named in the lawsuit, which makes me nervous.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. One of the wrestlers that was suing WWE for like racial profiling. And I remember hearing she was involved in that.
Oh, wonderful. Well, so speaking on this, bro, so I mean, this is my first time hearing about the lawsuit, so I'll give we'll wait and see on that, but Obviously, that wouldn't be any good if there's any truth to that. But so if that's the case, that's something. But um, speaking on this, this this is a good move, right? Tony Khan is getting creative help. Tony Khan is getting help in the creative department and in the content department. And I just hope what she brings to the table is good. But see, a lot of things in AEW, man, a lot of things in AEW, you kind of have no choice but to give the we'll wait and see. Because, look at their talent. You give a wait and see answer. A lot of times with their talent, you give a wait and see answer because on one end of the spectrum, you get a Dean Ambrose coming into the company, and he becomes Jon Moxley, and he becomes, fucking incredible. Then on the other hand, you got Keith Lee, right? You got Keith Lee. He's coming into AEW. Everybody's hyped because he's coming into AEW, and he does absolutely nothing. So the answer I'm going to give is the answer I always give for AEW. This will only be as good as they want it to be.
Exactly.
This will only be as good as they want it to be, man. So Jennifer, if she is any good, we don't fucking know. Yes, she was a writer in WWE. Writers in WWE don't see the fucking light of day. Her content that she wrote could have been fucking fantastic. It could have absolutely set the fucking world on fire, but Vince McMahon ripped the script up and fucking rewrote it himself because he didn't fucking like any of it. And we don't know what that is. It could have been the worst fucking trash ever, but it also could have been fucking fantastic. And my man Durante, bro, what the hell is going on, man? Yeet.
What's up, man? How you doing? And yeah, I mean, with these type of AEW stories, it's really just a matter of time seeing how this actually goes. We've had people in the past come back or come in the company and backstage for later roles, and nothing would change. So hopefully this time is different, man. But with AEW, you can only wait and see.
Exactly. And Jennifer Pepperman is a soap opera writer. We better get some motherfucking stories on this show. We better. Because again, these soap opera writers, bro, it's with them it's hit or miss. With them it's hit or miss. It's I appreciate them taking risks, but sometimes, bro, their risks on WWE television absolutely fucking suck, right? And then again, we don't know. We don't know what ideas were hers. We don't know what ideas were, pretty much Vince McMahon ideas. So it's really good. It seems like a formulaic answer, but that's really the only correct answer when it comes to this AEW stuff is you gotta just wait and see, because if Tony wants to use her to the best of her abilities, that's if she's any good. She could fucking suck. Again, we don't know. All we know is a lot of her ideas in WWE were probably fucking ripped up 30 minutes before fucking 7 o'clock.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's all we really know. But again, this will only be as good as AEW wants it to be. And then, like I said, then you got to throw in the factor, is she any fucking good in a professional wrestling space? Because she's won her Emmys in her television space. Is she any good in a wrestling space? We'll have to wait and see. Apparently, she's very good friends with Mercedes Moné. So, I'm hoping that's maybe an indication as to some sort of talent that she's got there. And as far as I know, if it is, the racist script story that was going around a while ago, a lot of that stuff, and again, I mean, she had all the power in the world to say she didn't want to fucking write it, but it probably would have costed her job. A lot of that stuff's probably Vince McMahon. Now, that was a while ago, so if she was doing anything directly racist, I mean, obviously that's fucking, not welcomed anywhere. But But if it does have anything to do with scripts, then a lot of that stuff was probably Vince McMahon fed shit. So
More
that's
than
one
likely.
that's one thing you do have to keep in mind as well. But I mean, we'll just have to wait and see on that. But um, that's the other thing I seen a lot of people saying. I seen a lot of people saying, the Lana and Miro and Lashley stuff. That's another thing, dude. That is Vince McMahon to the brim. I mean, this guy loves these kind of wacky storylines, right? He loves these. In that case, she wrote a cucking angle. So that's another thing we're gonna have to wait and see on. If we see that kind of fucking weird shit in AEW, that's not the kind of stuff we're gonna go for. But that is a lot of these writers. A lot of these writers do have to put up with fucking weird stuff that Vince McMahon wants. That's obviously. We'll wait and see if we see it in AEW. But if I'm going out on a limb, I'm gonna say probably not. But yeah, I really think that was in that case I really think that is a case of Vince McMahon telling her what she wants. I want a cucking angle, and she has no fucking choice but to write it type thing. Because yeah, again, I mean writers in WWE were there for show. I mean, dude, none of these fucking angles uh none of these angles on TV in the prime bad years for WWE were fucking written by a writer. And if they were, it was spoon fed to him by Vince McMahon. So
Exactly. Uh, I think it's gonna be okay, man. Exactly. We are already seeing that in AEW before she even
yep.
stepped in with people like Ruby and them anyway, and even Miro and fucking CJ Perry when Andrade was in the company, they were kind of doing the same thing a little bit. Not as Vince McMahon-y as her
Yeah.
and the Lashley stuff was, but I mean, they're still doing it again, man. So it's interesting. I'm hopeful. I hope it's gonna be good. I think she is gonna be good at her job, and I hope that Tony Khan lets her be. That's really what it boils down to in AEW. Is I know the individual is usually always good at their job. It's if Tony Khan remembers them and uses them, and I hope he does and uses her, and that she can improve these shows, man.
That is something too that does concern me is who in AEW's already doing shit like that. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, we asked for fucking stories, and what do? You give us a fucking Ruby Soho dating angle? I'm sorry, bro, but Ruby Soho should be at the top of this fucking division by now. She's been in this
Literally.
company for 3 years, and you're just now putting her in some sort of story that and it's a dating angle, and before that it was a fucking outcast angle. I mean, when are you to put her in a fucking story that actually matters, dude? I mean, what the fuck are we doing, man? So that's one thing that concerns me, man,
Mhm.
and I really hope she contributes to what makes AEW good and not this weird shit we've been seeing on AEW lately, man. But again, it's all gonna be telling because again, we really don't know if she's any fucking good, right? Because these
Never
writers
got a chance.
don't see the time of day. These writers don't see the time of day, man. But that's the first hurdle we have to get over, right? We gotta fucking see if this chick is any good or not. And if she is, hopefully she could bring some sort of positive impact to AEW because I mean, we need some fucking stories there. And I'm not asking for no weird shit, man. I'm asking for a legit
Mhm.
I'm asking for some fucking some cinema, man. I'm asking for some cinema, but um we've if we've seen anything, if we've seen anything on Twitter over the past couple days, O'Shea Jackson Jr. Has really amped up all these AEW fans, and their their immense love for Google.
Oh, I'm telling you, dude. Just Google it. You don't know who this person is. Oh, you're just a soap opera mark. What are they calling? I saw them calling it Malachi Black today. They announced that fucking singles match after all these years.
Yeah,
Oh
against
yeah,
Brian Keith. Thanks.
it's to appease the lore merchants or the
What?
lore marks. Yep.
The lore marks.
That's what we are. Lore marks. Sorry, I like a story and consistency and character and all things this company, got people hooked on it in itself. But no, because one thing about these current AEW fans that I wish they fucking realized, y'all weren't the fans that started off with this company. Fans that started off with AEW were the disgruntled WWE fans. They weren't you. They weren't the New Japan marks and indie marks that just wanted fucking match after match. It was us. And guess what? You guys took it over. This ain't your company. It's ours. I want lore. Call me a lore merchant all you want.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what any kind of names they got for us, dude. Real fans of AEW are fans that are disgruntled and disgusted with this company right now.
Exactly. Those are the real AEW fans. Not these
Because
PWG fans.
and this is one thing that I hope Peppermint brings to the table, and it's honestly one thing I don't understand why they didn't pick up a certain individual for, because he talked about it. But see, WWE has always told stories, right? Whether they are Sami Zayn and the Bloodline or Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin, they've always told stories, right? That was the fucking problem with WWE when AEW first started. They were telling stories, but they were the most illogical, fucking, just non-focused trash you've ever seen in your life. It was a story, but it made no sense. There was plot holes. There was a bunch of illogical booking decisions within the story. Half of the fucking story made no sense. They sucked, right? What drove people to AEW in 2019 through early 2022? Reality-based storytelling. There was legitimacy. There was logic behind the storytelling. There was a reason why these two people were fighting. There was a reason why these two people hated each other. There was a reason. There was a why for everything. And that's one of the most important things in professional wrestling, is the why, right? You ask me nowadays why of anything. We just talked about this for the Undisputed Kingdom. AEW likes to go out there and have these guys say they like mission statements, but they don't like to give a why for the mission statement. Like I said with the Undisputed Kingdom, Adam Cole, he wants this belt, he wants that belt, he wants this. Why? Why the fuck? Why does Roderick Strong want a beef with Orange Cassidy? Why does he want the fucking international title? Why? Give me something. Orange Cassidy, it's as simple as Orange Cassidy is the embodiment of everything that's wrong with this company. That's a story.
Exactly.
And that's something legitimate to where half of your fans could say, oh, he's onto something here. Because maybe half of your fans feel that way. He's just fucking matches. Just match after match. I mean, you don't have to say that. Just say he's everything that's wrong with this company.
Exactly. It's that simple.
You can dive a little deeper into it, sure, without obviously burying the guy, but what were you saying?
The characterization of their factions, best friends, united. I was going to say United fucking Kingdom again. I hate myself. Undisputed Kingdom. Fucking hell, I always do that. Maybe they don't like the best friends because they don't like, just to them, that's not what a faction should be in a wrestling company.
Yeah.
And they want to prove to everybody what a real faction looks like. Something like that, maybe? Nope. They just want this belt. Why? Because the other belt is too busy with another storyline. That's it. That's the reason.
Stories getting dropped in AEW. Whatever happened to the Acclaimed and the fucking Bang Bang Scissor Gang against the against Undisputed Kingdom? Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to the whole story of Orange Cassidy's second international title reign, where he's fixated on the belt and he's just absolutely fucking in love with it? Whatever happened to that? That's the kind of shit that's happening in AEW now that made people drive away from WWE many years ago. You know what I mean? Reality-based storytelling is what people loved in AEW. CM Punk and MJF. MJF was a bitter fan, because CM Punk betrayed him. Darby Allin and CM Punk. Obviously that was more of a friendly rivalry, but something that, you can understand. Okay, CM Punk thinks Darby Allin reminds CM Punk of himself, right? CM Punk and Eddie Kingston, there's a gripe there. Notice a common theme in names in all those feuds. But even before those feuds, but even before CM Punk, let's talk about it, bro. The Elite and the Inner Circle, the two biggest factions in AEW. A fucking power struggle, right? Who's the top faction in AEW? The Elite and Hangman Saga. I mean, let's be honest, that is what made everybody fall in love with AEW. I mean, come on.
Oh, literally, it was that whole story.
Reality-based storytelling. You had a guy who was the jobber of the group, who was insecure about himself, about, his talent, trying to prove to the rest of the members in the group that he was worthy, and it ended up driving him insane, and it also ended up driving him to being the best member of the group, at a period in time. That is what made people fall in love with AEW, and I hope that is what she brings to the table. And again, that is why I really don't understand why AEW never picked up a guy like Freddie Prinze Jr. He talked about starting his own promotion where it was going to be about reality-based storytelling. That's what made people fall in love with AEW in the from the get-go. So
exactly, it was real characters with a real connection.
Yep.
And well, sometimes a little too real beef, and it was great. And it was phenomenal, man. And AEW just lost that completely.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's something that is sorely missed in AEW, and I hope we can get back that ounce of cinema back to the company that at one point it fucking was. But I will say this. Even in WWE, you know what I mean? Like, even in WWE, man, they've done a great job at it. It's still, it's still good,
perfect.
With guys like The Rock. But I will say, man, people just love, when you use people The Rock feels shoehorned into all of this. But when WWE was at its best, The Rock is like shoehorning his own cinema here, but when WWE was at its absolute best, I'm not saying they fell off or anything, but when WWE was at its absolute best was when they were using guys that people had known but had never seen the time of day, like a Sami Zayn, and they just absolutely made him into a fucking megastar with that storyline. And that's the kind of stuff people want to see, but again, and Sir K says this all the time, but a big chunk of the reason on what's killing the company is the fan base. How do you have a guy like O'Shea Jackson Jr. go out there and say, AEW needs to cinema their product up? They need to cinema their product up, and you got fans coming at him, fucking telling him that his dad should have pulled out. I mean, what the fuck? Well, I mean, over wrestling product? That's
It's what, like, dog, like, what are you doing, man? And like these fans, just it really is the fans that are one of the biggest ruiners of AEW because they, first of all, they took the company over and they act like they were the ones that were fans the whole time. Like, dog, y'all weren't here at the start of this company. Y'all were still watching New Japan or PWG or whatever. Like, what was that tweet you were reading the other night, Johnny? It was something about how, like, this dude on Twitter was tweeting about how he wants Tony Khan to book AEW like a super PWG or some shit. Like, what? And that's what a lot of these fans want. Just a super indie. And guess what? AEW was that at the start, and it was great. Now it's just an indie. It's what it's turning into.
yeah. Yeah, the tweet was something about how they don't need to tell stories and be because they would be too much like WWE. They need to continue being the super PWG in New Japan. It was something
Oh,
along those lines.
they were never that, man. They were a more indie version of WWE. They were everything good about the sports entertainment side and everything good about the independent side, and they mixed it together, and it was phenomenal. And then the one bled into way too much into the other, and now we almost have none of the WWE side. I hate to break it to you, but WWE does great. It's the reason the business is what it is today. It's the reason it's this interesting. It's the reason it's here, and we all care about it for the most part, for most of everybody. Like, most fans don't want to watch some random guy in New Japan have 30 matches in a week.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that. I'm not just gonna sit watch a screen of matches for hours on end. I want I want like fucking food with some sides. I don't
Yeah.
want to just eat a steak. I want a side of potatoes. I want some A1 sauce. I just don't
Yeah.
want an unseasoned steak.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, bro. And yeah, that's I don't know, man. That's what AEW, you know, um see, a lot of people used to say AEW was the super indie, but one thing me and Sir K used to like to say back in 2021 was this feels like a super NXT. You know what I mean? And not
Yeah,
because it was better than NXT, because it was on a bigger scale than NXT. And NXT was in a smaller, more intimate venue, which, don't get me wrong, Full Sail's goated. But,
oh, forever, Jordan.
obviously NXT wasn't on the road and in, big arenas every week, but AEW was. You know what I mean? So it almost felt like, a super NXT. Not to, again, not to say it was not meaning it was better than NXT, but it was just on a bigger scale than NXT, and that's what people, because NXT had the best in-ring product in the world, and they had the best storytelling in the world. And at the time, that's what AEW had. They had the best in-ring product in the world, which on when they want to, they some may argue they still do, and that's a valid argument. From an in-ring standpoint, but you absolutely can't tell me they have the best storytelling in the world because they don't. They don't.
No, they really fucking don't. And yeah, Logan, that's 100% to the New
Yep.
Japan style. Just doesn't work in American TV. It's cool when you get a little bit of it, just a tiny little bit,
A
in a
sprinkle, yeah.
story based. Exactly. That's awesome. I love it when you get that little spring of it in the story based company. That's when it's phenomenal. But when it's the whole thing, it fucking ruins it. It's not
Yeah.
cool no
It's
more.
not
It's just
special.
lame. Exactly. You're getting too much of it. Way too fucking much of it.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly, dude. Yeah, I mean, if there was a WrestleMania, if there was a pay-per-view titled WrestleMania every month, how fucking special would WrestleMania in April feel? Not very
No,
special,
exactly.
you
Not
know.
special at all.
So again, and that's a topic. That's a really really good topic. For our next piece of news. But yeah, man, that's the news about Jen Pepperman being brought into AEW. As the head of content development, so hopefully they can develop this content to Something reminiscent of what they used to do. And yeah, the New Japan style of booking doesn't work. Doesn't work, dude. People, everybody likes to say WWE rotted our brains. No, WWE was doing it correct. Maybe not all the time, but they had the vision. They, always didn't, go through with the vision. Half the time it fucking sucked, but they storytelling, what they do, they tell stories. You know what I mean? They are, that's what they do. That is what they do, man. But again, when your fan base is coming out and giving legitimate complaints, and what you have to tell him is that his father should have pulled out, is absolutely everything that's fucking wrong with the fan base, because they refuse to take criticism. They refuse to fucking take criticism. And Tony Khan seems like he doesn't really give a fuck either. So he needs to hurry up and take his fucking criticism too, before half of his audience gets driven away, and the fans don't make it any better. They don't, dude. And everything that O'Shea Jackson had said was absolutely correct. You cannot fucking tell me this guy won X, Y, and Z title, and I'm supposed to be like, oh, he's gonna fucking face Kenny Omega on Dynamite. What?
Huh? Like what?
Tell me who this guy is. Show me. Give me a video package. But even besides that, you don't need these fucking people. That's what we have a fucking pay-per-view called Forbidden Door for. You don't need these people on week-to-week television. Save them for Forbidden Door.
You need auras. You need style. You need fucking atmosphere. You need someone to just... Did people, back in NXT in 2016, 17, did most people know who Nakamura was? No. When he come out there, did you care? Yeah, because he was cool as shit. They presented him cool and important. And look what they did. We'll talk about it on Monday, but look what they did on Wednesday this week. They had Wardlow go out there in the ring and actually cut a promo. And guess what? I listened to it. And I cared while I was watching. I was like, wow, this is cool. This is what I want to see. And then, his garbage-ass theme song hit and he walked away, and it kind of lost half of my attention right there. But
it's the best he's ever looked in a while.
In a long time, since since he split up from Max. And it's like, come on, man. It's not that, people need a video package to... First of all, it would be nice. Not that I need it. I just love them. I think they're awesome. Darby does it all the time, and it's always one of the most interesting things on a Dynamite whenever we get one of those Darby ones. But just make these people look, and just, again, feel cool and important.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense. And again, so during the first Forbidden Door, it's almost like Tony Khan kind of took that that baton and ran with it, right? Because everybody we were on this podcast every week saying, AEW's not telling any stories, but I'll give them the pass for Forbidden Door season because
that's the whole point.
Because that's the point. This is a dream match. Now I'm not giving them that idea, because you got these guys on your weekly television so much, you can plant seeds. And it's like, dude, again, there should be not fucking one promotion versus promotion match or Forbidden Door type match, because you have a pay-per-view for that. Save all those matches for then. And then if you save those matches for then all the other ideas, like, for example, if you have Vikingo, right? Let's say Vikingo hasn't wrestled a single match on Dynamite or on AEW, period. You say, I want a Kenny Omega match for Forbidden Door. You do your Kenny Omega match at Forbidden Door. Now let's say you go, okay, now on Dynamite in a couple months, I want Vikingo versus Jay White. Now I want him versus Hangman. Now I want him versus Bucks. Now I want him versus fucking Sting. All this shit in the span of 4 months. Now what do you have for the next Forbidden Door? Save those ideas and do them, You know, so you have ideas saved up for fucking 5 years for Vikingo matches on Forbidden Door. See what I mean?
Sometimes it's better not to do the dream match because guess what? People always want it. And you throw that possibility of it in there, people will stay tuned just in case.
Look
At
at
the end of the day,
look at Sting versus Undertaker.
Exactly. Never happened.
No, and it's one of the like coolest
The
what
best
ifs
work.
ever.
Because you could just imagine what it could have been like, both of them, in their prime or older versions, and then you can imagine any version of it. But if we got it, the only version of it we could imagine was the one we got. What if it wasn't all that well? Because at the time it was a possibility, it probably wouldn't have been.
Probably wouldn't have
Fucking
been. In
Taker's
all
body.
honesty, yeah.
The Taker's body was cooked at that point. But like, sometimes things are better as a what if, and sometimes you gotta keep it in your back pocket just in case. What if you get a random episode of Dynamite where half the roster can't make it because of travel issues or a bunch of sicknesses, or sometimes that happens. It's happened with Raw, SmackDowns. I think even Dynamite's before, where a lot of people just can't make it just because fucking circumstance. You gotta keep those in your back pocket just in case.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, I don't know, man, but so yeah, that is the news on AEW hiring a talent development, a president of content development, not talent development, a president of content development, and that is Jen Pepperman, who we brought to you last week, had left WWE. Speaking of Forbidden Door, it is being reported by Andrew Zarian that this year's Forbidden Door pay-per-view will take place from Arthur Ashe Stadium in Queens, New York City in June. This is real cool. This is really cool. I like the idea of them actually going to Arthur Ashe for something other than Grand Slam, and it's got to be cool for those fans over there. Now, will they still get Grand Slam? Probably, because Tony loves his traditions, but I'm glad he's giving those New York fans something else other than the same fucking show in September every year, which is a show that progressively gets worse. The first Grand Slam compared to Grand Slam last year, fucking night and day in terms of excitement for the show. The first one was epic. But yes. So AEW will be bringing Forbidden Door, or as we like to call it, the bedroom door, to Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York. And it is the bedroom door because you fucking walk through it like 30 fucking times a day. So
Exactly, and it's not special anymore. I really don't know what they're gonna do this year because Okada's not in New Japan. Jay White's not in New Japan. Fucking so many people are not in New Japan anymore that we actually cared about. I don't get it, man. And please, for the love of God, do not put CMLL in fucking Forbidden Door. And I care about them even less than I care about the New Japan people I don't care about. But it's gonna be interesting. I like the stadium. I like that they're doing a pay-per-view somewhere else, and I hope that continues for every fucking pay-per-view. But it won't. I think it's already been confirmed that Double or Nothing is in Las Vegas again this year, and we all know we're already getting All Out in Chicago again. So it's gonna be the same thing again this year.
yeah. Apparently too, I'm seeing now that the original Mexican talent in AEW has been told that they can't appear on a show where CMLL guys wrestle. As it was noted last week, some aren't happy about it.
Yeah, remember I told you that was fake like a week ago? It was last week. I was gonna put it in the
Oh,
news.
that was the one. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, that was the one you told me about. Okay. Yeah.
Literally that Rampage or whatever for I think like one of them was on the show and they were like, well, obviously then that's not true. So yeah, from what I've seen, that
you're
would be
right.
fun.
Yeah. Uh So Forbidden Door this year, bro. I mean, not just now, and they're lucky for this. Just now, New Japan has gained two very, very interesting names from New Japan that I would love to see face off against some AEW guys. Nick Nemeth and Matt Riddle. Those two. But other than that, what do you... Again, to my point, you could have gave us a match like Swerve versus Tanahashi, but no, you had to go ahead and do that on a random fucking episode of Collision a month ago, or a couple months back. I mean, what the fuck? You didn't think to save that for Forbidden Door? Dude, again, all this interpromotional shit we see on fucking Dynamite and Collision, you could have saved this for Forbidden Door. Like, this is quality Forbidden Door stuff. And it's like, dude, you have so many interesting matchups that you've just given up on Collision or Dynamite. And it's like, dude, you could have saved this. You could have fucking saved this shit. For a show like Forbidden Door, it's like, what is this show gonna be, man? I mean, we see, again, like we said last week, the door is not forbidden anymore. It's not.
It's not. Exactly. It happens all the time, even with each other in other companies, TNA and New Japan. All those, it's not special for anybody no more. It's the normal.
The
And
only
I'm
time
kind
it
of tired
was,
of it.
yeah, the only time it was special is when we seen Jordan Grace pull up in the Royal Rumble, because we don't see it in WWE. It's forbidden in WWE.
Like, if we saw it normally in WWE, the normal moment was, oh, look, Jordan Grace. And
Yeah.
that's what I get for Forbidden Doors. Oh, look, blah, blah, blah. It's not special no more. Take a year off, Forbidden Door. Take a year or two off, and then do it in the year after. You gotta fucking, you can't just do the same thing over and over and over again.
Right. Yeah, you can't. You can't, dude, because then, again, you made a pay-per-view around this theme, and we get this fucking theme 365 days out of the year. So it's not a season anymore. It's a fucking... It's a yearly thing. Ridiculous, bro. But I do like them bringing it to New York. Like Bell says, I don't really understand why we haven't gotten one in Japan yet, but okay. And yeah, again, a lot of this Forbidden Door stuff is pretty much just gonna be New Japan versus New Japan, because fucking AEW signed half the New Japan guys. Probably Okada, Mercedes, Jay White, Will Ospreay, fucking, I mean, you get the point. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's this Forbidden Door season is gonna be this Forbidden Door season could very, very much well be a rant littered Forbidden Door season. So there you go, and that'll be interesting. So Nick Nemeth, I was listening to his Talk as Jericho the other day, and from what he said, he's looking to sign small deals everywhere and kind of jump around to all these different promotions instead of just jumping into one. He kind of wants to do everything. He wants to, the way he described it was, Ric Flair in the territory days. He would go from this territory to this territory, and he would go all around. So that's kind of what he wants to do from what I gathered. So I'm not really sure how long he's with TNA, but if he does have affiliation with New Japan, I would think that makes him eligible for Forbidden Door if he is working with New Japan. So
I don't think so.
yeah, and I mean, I doubt TNA. I mean, then again, Scott D'Amore is gone, so I don't really know who's running this whole thing or how these people are. But if they didn't want to burn that bridge with him, they would let him do it for sure. I would think.
I think so. I think they will.
And it's smart on him for exploring options, bro. I mean, there's not two promotions in America,
No.
right? There's so much in the world for this guy to do. All these indies. And look at what it's done for Matt Cardona. This guy hasn't been with this guy hasn't been with any of the 3 major promotions in the US. And he's fucking killing it. I mean, there is success out there if you want it. You just gotta grind. And I think he is, and I think he will. So, all right, man. Another AEW signing. Not Jen Pepperman, but Queen Aminata. We've seen her a couple times on AEW television. I'm assuming, I'm all right with this. This is in their women's division, so it does make, a lot more sense to do it here. But I mean, come on, bro. The whole time we've seen her is she's basically just been a jobber. You know what I mean? But Queen Aminata has been signed to AEW. I get they want to bulk up their women's division and stuff, and I get you need some lower tier talent, but again, every time you've presented her to us, she's been a jobber. So it's gonna be interesting to see, but I doubt this signing goes anywhere.
I really doubt so. I mean, it's another name to their women's roster, which can be useful, man. So it's all right in a way, but like at the end of the day, it's just another name that a bunch of fans tweeted at Tony to sign, so he did, and he's never going to use them. Same thing every time.
Goddamn right. Speaking of TNA Wrestling has exercised its option to extend Josh Alexander for 1 more year. This is interesting, man. It says they exercise their option.
Isn't that usually the other way around?
It goes both ways.
Yeah.
Josh Alexander is one of their higher end guys. I would think he would have got an option, so it's kind of fun. Usually the company gets an option if it's like a Brian Keith or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for a Josh Alexander, it's kind of funny that they got an option, because usually it's for a higher end guy, for a higher end talent, usually they get the option, so it's kind of weird, but they did extend the option for Josh Alexander's contract, and he looks like he's with TNA 1 more year, which I just hope everybody over there is happy, man, because I heard that I'm hearing the talent is pretty outraged over there on about the firing of Scott D'Amore, which I would fucking be too. So.
Oh yeah, I hear everyone's because I didn't read the story, but I heard it came out how much he wanted to buy the company for, and that like they rejected the deal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dog, it's insane. They should have just sold it to that man.
Yes, he got fired for caring too much.
It's insane. God damn.
Yeah, which is probably like one of the most petty things. You've had so many people come along and absolutely fucking drive that company into the ground under so many different fucking aliases. Global fucking Sport, Global Force, Impact, Global Force, and all these people fucking drove the company to the ground. You get somebody around that finally cares, and you fire him because he cares too much. I mean, what the fuck is that? Come on.
It's insane.
So, yeah, and I mean, you could just see the just seething passion behind that man. Every time he got on a microphone and talked about TNA wrestling, I mean, that man fucking cared about that company. And that's all you can ask for in a promoter. Again, you could have got a guy that came along and was like, it's fucking TNA. Who really gives a fuck? No, that man was legit. That man was standing on business with that company, and they fucking fired him for it. One of the most petty, ridiculous things I've ever fucking heard in my entire life.
Literally, man.
Before we get on to the WWE news, we got a little bit of indie news, man, and this news makes me very, very happy. Patrick Clark, formerly known as the Velveteen Dream, made his pro wrestling return at last night's Dynasty Wrestling event in New York. He defeated Alec Odin in the main event, marking his first wrestling match in over 3 years. This man came out using the Velveteen Dream theme song.
It's crazy. I respect it.
If I'm a betting man, I'm gonna say he got permission to use that.
Oh,
And
fake.
again, because he's not gonna wanna I doubt he's gonna wanna burn that bridge with WWE that he, kind of has been trying to repair. Bro, I honestly think they gave him permission to use it. Which is very interesting. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him, man. You know, overcoming false accusations and something that in the court of public opinion he's been guilty of, dude, but to overcome that and to become a better person out of it is so fucking inspiring, man. And it makes me so happy for Patrick Clark that he was able to overcome that stuff and hopefully find a space back in the professional wrestling realm again. And it's so inspiring and it's so awesome to see, and I'm truly happy and over the moon for him, man. It's a really awesome thing. It really is, man. It's a really awesome thing to see, and I hope that he makes the most out of it, man. And truth be told, man, I hope we see him back in WWE soon. I really do.
I hope so, man. Glad he's back. Glad he's making remaking a name for himself and whatnot. And I hope it goes well, man. I hope he can make his way back and restart, man. I really want him to.
Absolutely, man. He is just one of those talents that I just thought the world of, and I thought he just is just so good. He's so fucking good, man. And when all that stuff happened, my heart genuinely just broke. Now, obviously, we didn't really know anything at the time, but it broke for the talent that man possessed. Because, again, in the court of public opinion, this man was guilty to everybody. But for all that stuff to come out and be false, and for him to go out there and show receipts, and legitimately clear his name is something that you love, man. And it's another reason why I genuinely just can't stand cancel culture. And one person says one thing and everybody fucking follows along as if it's factual information, and it's not. But yeah, I'm very happy he's getting a second chance, and just like you, Logan, I really don't give a fuck what anybody has to say, man. I really don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. The people that hate Patrick Clark are the people that bow when Vince McMahon comes out, and the people that fucking, I mean, that's those people. You know what I mean? Those are the same people that fucking hate Patrick Clark and he shouldn't get a second chance. And I'd rather believe fake accounts on Twitter that were reposting his text messages or whatever. That's those people. Those are the people that bow at Vince McMahon. So it is what it is, and obviously you're not gonna make everybody happy, but everybody deserves a second chance. And if that shit is false, for the love of fucking God, give the guy a second chance. And it looks to be, bro, or at least it's not factual information. So, and investigations were held and nothing was fucking found, bro. So, I mean, for the love of God, I mean, who the fuck are you not to fucking give the guy a second chance if that shit is fucking proven false? I mean, for the love of God. So, I don't know, man, but yeah, I'm happy to see him back. So he has made his return as far as an independent promotion goes, man. So very, very cool to see.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of somebody who probably won't be making a return, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is in WWE 2K24. Yes, he is in 2K24, but you will not be able to play as him. Multiple sources have told Insider Gaming that while it was too late to fully remove Lesnar from the game, the plan shifted to simply make him unplayable for players upon release. Despite him being unplayable, his character and game files are still in 2K24. This means there will be ways for those with the ability to get him to become playable. It will just take some work to make it happen. Via Mike Straub Media. My honest prediction, I think he'll be playable in the showcase because I think it's probably too late to take his matches out, but you won't be able to play as him in, regular mode.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what we've been saying ever since this, has been a thing. We mentioned that's how we think it's going to go.
Yeah.
You could play them in showcase, probably was too late. Like they said, it's way too deep in development to take those matches out. You can't play them nowhere else, man. So crazy to see, man. And just every time we talk about 2K or all this Brock stuff, it just goes to show, bro. Like it was Brock.
Yeah. And with that, according to 2K's roster reveal, Vince McMahon was not listed as a part of the video game, so it looks like he has been removed as well. So it is absolutely hilarious to me that this guy is getting fucking Chris Benoit from his own company. Wild world we live in, but gotta pay that price, man. Gotta pay that price. So he wanted to do the crime. Now he's gotta do the time, bro. Well, not do the time.
Well, he probably won't do the time, sadly.
Pay the price. He did the crime. Now he's got to pay the price for it. So that means getting blacklisted from his own company, which is absolutely hilarious. So yeah, man, Brock and Vince have been looks like they have been pulled. Not fully, but sort of pulled from 2K24, man. So that is the news on those guys. Let's talk about Cody Rhodes, man. Let's talk about Cody Rhodes. So, according to Wrestling Observer newsletter, these are how I guess this is how everything went down with Cody Rhodes in terms of now that we have everything fleshed out. So this is how everything went, man. So according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Cody Rhodes was told he was facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania in the fall. He was not told that The Rock was getting the match as a part of The Rock's deal on January the 3rd. So any interview he did about finishing the story prior to the Royal Rumble was the idea that he was definitely in the match. Rhodes was told the day of the Royal Rumble The Rock was facing Reigns, even though he was winning the Rumble. He was told that he would be going to. He was told that they would be going to Reigns against him later. What? He was also told that they would be going to Reigns against him late. I'm assuming they meant going to do Reigns against him later. So all the post-match stuff building wasn't there to swerve people as much as build to a later match. That is the dumbest. See what I mean? When Triple H works best with the tools he actually has on his roster instead of shoehorning Rock into all this.
Fucks everything up, man.
So you had him win the Royal Rumble and do all the post-match stuff to build to a match later? How much sense does that make? I mean, literally, you have the guy win the Royal Rumble and point at the guy that he's going to face later instead of the guy that he's going to face at WrestleMania, which is what the Royal Rumble shot is for.
It's literally what the whole thing is for. You pointed at the guy where he gets to choose who he gets to face. He wins the match. He points at a specific champion, but that's just for later next year, man. It don't worry this. You're like, what? It's insane.
So stupid, man. So there was an injury angle planned for Cody Rhodes that even people who knew this complete story were not aware of how to get Rhodes out of the match and The Rock in. At the time, Punk was going to win the Chamber and face Seth at WrestleMania. Punk getting hurt changed everything, although they still had no use for a men's chamber, as Rhodes at that point was still going to choose Rollins as his opponent. Yeah. They didn't do the Rhodes injury angle, and even though the angle, which was from Paul Levesque using Rhodes to endorse Rock, worked perfectly, given the crowd reaction that night, the social media reaction was enough that The Rock wanted to go heel, and very quickly, WWE subtly pushed the new direction. Its largest social media star, Logan Paul, posted about "We Want Cody." A lot of decision making was The Rock wanted to go heel. The idea from a WWE standpoint is that The Rock versus Roman Reigns will still happen at some point just down the line. Yeah, absolutely everything you did there just absolutely made no fucking sense. And I don't know how they thought they were going to get out of that one. Yeah.
Insane. Oh, dude, also, I meant, dude.
Oh, he's the most illiterate. I hate reading his articles. You see how much sense none of that made? Not just off the booking stuff, but just off his fucking literature.
Oh, dude, man, it's really, like, dog, how is your literacy that bad, dude? Holy fuck.
So,
That's insane.
yeah, man. So yeah, that is pretty much, I mean, all of that makes no sense. And I mean, even nowadays, man, I mean, you know, WWE, they're still telling a good story, dude, but I'm sorry, bro. The Rock's sports innuendos absolutely made no fucking sense. No sense whatsoever. Absolutely no sense whatsoever about the 49ers and the Utah Jazz. I'm not even going to go over them, but just know they made absolutely no fucking sense. And I don't know, man. Weird. But I don't know. But that was pretty much, I guess, how the Cody plans went down, man. I thought it was really interesting how they say here that Cody was told the day of the Royal Rumble The Rock was facing Roman Reigns. I mean, if that does not give you an indication on how that storytelling just makes no fucking sense, then I don't know what does.
I'm telling you, man, it makes no goddamn. I really have no idea. They were really trying to scramble to get Rock in there, and it just didn't work no matter what. And they chose every worst way to do it, and that one is easily one of the worst. Let's have a man win the Royal Rumble, point at the guy that all the fans want him to face, and not do it. Like, what?
It doesn't.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, this is the stupidest fucking thing. I don't know. Yeah, that's one. I don't know. That's one thing that's kind of just. It's making this story just a big bundle of confusion. You know what I mean? It's just like it's just The Rock, bro. Like, why did he have to just shoehorn himself? Like, we had a perfectly built-in story with Cody Rhodes here, and fucking here comes The Rock. It's annoying, dude. It's really annoying. But according to CM Punk, this is a update on his injury. He says, "We're looking at 6 to 8 months, but I'm really in no rush to get back to racing. I'm in a rush to get healthy, just not, I'm in a rush to get better. The sooner I do it, the better off I'll be when I get back." So, originally they told us 4 to 6 months, but what CM Punk is saying is 6 to 8 months. Now, I don't know if he's overshooting it to make his return a little more unexpected, but we'll just have to wait and see, man. But CM Punk is saying 6 to 8 months as to where before we heard 4 to 6. So it's going to be interesting, man, and I hope I just hope he can get back as soon as possible.
Exactly, man. I hope so. I feel like it is. I feel like it's just a way, to make it seem a little worse than it is. So, when he comes back, well, oh my God, I really think that's what it is. That's the type of guy Punk is. He's a troll in and out the ring. Some people aren't a fan. I am. But that's what I think it is. But you never know, man. And I hope the recovery is speedy.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Yeah, Bell. Oh my God, the fucking rumors, dude. The Rock's gonna face Triple H, dude. Are you people
God.
fucking stupid, man? The
And then
guy.
literally has a pacemaker in his chest, dog. Bro got a fucking arc reactor keeping him alive in there, bro. That man cannot wrestle. What are y'all talking
Like,
about?
what the fuck, man? I mean, people are just so goddamn stupid, bro. Like, it makes no sense, bro. The man is done. The man put his boots down in the ring. He's not fucking coming back to fucking feed your fucking fetish of him versus The Rock for the power struggle. No,
What?
he has a
If
pacemaker in
anything,
his chest. That's not kayfabe.
literally.
And it's not a. I know some fans might think it's a work, knowing them.
Oh yeah, it's just a work, man. I was in the hospital for like fucking a year. They had to put a pacemaker in my chest. It's just a work. Like, dude, if they're doing any type of storyline, it's gonna be one where Triple H doesn't like The Rock, so he picks one of his favorite people, Seth Rollins, to face him to represent him and
Yep.
his authority.
Yep.
Like that's obviously if they do anything, that's what they would do. We would get Seth versus Rock because Seth is Triple H's golden child. It's like, come on.
Yeah. Fucking ridiculous, dude. Um, ridiculous, man. So speaking of Roman Reigns, this is very interesting. PW Insider reports that 1 week before WrestleMania 40, WWE will broadcast a promotional video of Roman Reigns' career.
Mm,
I guess that gives you your indication, man. I guess that gives you your indication he's probably going to be dropping the belt. But I thought this was going to be interesting because if The Rock's going to join the whole bloodline stuff, if they're going to do some sort of turn at Mania, I really wonder kind of what this entails for. I wonder what this entails for his. I wonder what it entails for Reigns's for his whole break, how long he's going to be out for. So it's going to be interesting to see, man.
yeah, exactly, man. It's interesting. That's kind of a little telling. I hope it is at least, and we'll see how it goes, man. It's interesting though.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. So, speaking of WrestleMania, Sean Ross Sapp at Fightful Select is reporting that LA Knight is being considered for a title shot at the US Championship at WrestleMania 40. I felt like this was the plan all along. I feel like this is what a lot of people thought was the plan all along, so it's nice to see, and I think he'll get it.
I think so. I think so. I think that was the plan already.
Yeah,
I don't know why we're just thinking about it, but I think that's been the plan for a minute now, and I think that's what we're gonna get. And I love the sound of that.
definitely, man, definitely. And with that, Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode, man. So, Bobby Roode has revealed while speaking to Chris Van Vliet that he is cleared to return to the ring. However, given his age, 47, and his current role as a WWE producer, he is happy with what he's doing now. He did say maybe a one-off appearance could be possible, but a full-time return just probably isn't in the cards.
Damn, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
Fucking Vince.
Yeah. This does suck, man. This does suck. That half of his time on the WWE main roster had to be under Vince McMahon, and this man absolutely fucking this man absolutely fucking shit the bed. Oh God, that's awful. I just realized. This man absolutely fucking did no good did no good with Bobby Roode while he was on the main roster. Yeah, he absolutely completely fucking wasted him. He wasted him. He made him Happy Bobby in the beginning of his smiley glorious Bobby Roode. And he was absolutely fucking atrocious, and then he made him a dirty dog. And that's how he fucking chose to use Robert Roode.
Oh, I'll never forget the fucking dirty dogs.
Fucking awful, dude.
I hated that shit, dude, so fucking much. Yeah, dude, it really sucks.
Yeah. It does. It does suck, man. It does suck. We won't get to see glorious Bobby Roode at all because, goddamn, that could have just been fucking so good. This man is my second favorite NXT champion of all time, and it sucks that he'll never really get to, show that on the main roster fully, and it does blow, man. But I'm glad that he is finding something that he likes to do in the future.
Definitely, man. Definitely. It's really nice that he found something he loves as to be a part of, and he'll be great in that role, man.
Yeah, man. And the WWE production changes, man. So we brought to you guys last week that WWE is going to be doing production changes. They were going to be bringing a sports-centric feel to the product, but we never really went into what they were because we didn't know at the time. But now I guess we have a little bit more of an insight on it. So following the removals of Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn, WWE production is undergoing a major overhaul, adopting more of a sports-centric approach. This includes footage of stars entering the arena, increased fan shots, revamped backstage segments, and ongoing enhancements in the weeks ahead. So now that they say that, it does give you a lot more insight in. It does give you a lot more insight in kind of what's been going on. So, now that they say that, it has made me realize that, yeah, we have seen a lot more footage of, like, the guys, entering the arena. And I mentioned it on Monday with the Jackie Redmond and R-Truth segment. It felt very just sports-centric, and it felt very different, and it felt very fresh. So, it's something that, hey, WWE is the biggest wrestling company in the world, so fucking why not throw shit to the wall and fucking see what sticks, and if it doesn't fucking work, then it doesn't work. Move on.
Yeah. Exactly, man. Exactly. I like that a lot. I'm always down for little elements like that, and I actually really like it, man. I like what they've been doing with all that.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So, with that, for our final news story of the day, Bronson Reed denies his wife's pregnancy as a cause for him to miss the Elimination Chamber. He replied to a fan on Twitter, and this fan oh, no, never mind. He didn't reply to anybody. This was just a post on Twitter. He says, I'm assuming it was from online chatter that, everybody would. Yes, my wife is pregnant. No, that is not the reason I'm not on hashtag WWE Chamber. Thank you for your concerns. Sometimes the stars don't align. So, normally I would be pissed because Bronson is my guy. I love Bronson Reed. I think he's fantastic. Even though this isn't the reason, he did kind of give a little insight at the end here. He says sometimes the stars don't align. So I'm going to assume that there is a reason. His wife being pregnant just isn't that reason. But I'm assuming there is a reason why the stars don't align. So I hope, this isn't just booking stuff, but he says sometimes the stars just don't align. And, again, I hope that means that there is a reason. It's probably just, personal, and he doesn't want to disclose it, which he doesn't have to. So, I'm all right with it, man, if there is a reason. But again, if this was just a booking thing where they just didn't want him on the card, that is absolutely fucking stupid. But Triple H has tried his best to get all the Australian talent. Indy Hartwell got a kickoff match. Grayson Waller, Rhea Ripley's on the show. He did his absolute best to get all these people on the show. So if Bronson was available, I'm assuming Triple H would have got him on there. So I'm going to assume that this is a Bronson thing, which sucks, but it is what it is.
Exactly, man. Hopefully it's, well, not hopefully, but hopefully it's not. They just didn't know how to book the guy, man. Because I know Triple H loves the guy, so hopefully there's a good explanation for this. And it sucks, man. I would really love to see him in that fucking match, but there's always the future.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. So yeah, man, that is all the news here for today. That is all the news here for today, man. And now on to the Elimination Chamber predictions. Onto the Elimination Chamber predictions, man. Started with the kickoff match. This one just got announced. For the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships on the kickoff show, there will be Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae versus the Kabuki Warriors. Obviously, this is just something to get Indy on the show. As they didn't want to put her in the chamber match, and I do understand because that chamber match is pretty stacked. So Indy's all right. Indy's all right, but I just didn't think she necessarily belonged in there. So Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae are going up against the Kabuki Warriors for the Women's Tag Team Championships, and for this one, I'm obviously going to go ahead and say the Kabuki Warriors, Kairi and Asuka, because why in the hell would you have the Kabuki Warriors lose right here?
Exactly, man. I mean, you could always do a thing, or, Big League's the cause of it, but I feel like if that happens, it wouldn't be now. So I'm gonna give it to the Kabuki Warriors, definitely.
For sure, man. And as for the next match, for the Tag Team Championships, we have Damian Priest and Finn Balor of the Judgment Day versus Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne of they have some fucking weird. Tyler Bate gave him some weird ass name. I can't remember what it is. But it's not. Oh God, hold on. Let me see. It's like actually one of the worst tag team names I've ever heard. It's so stupid. Let me see.
Oh yeah,
New Catch Republic. That's what it is.
What?
Bro, just fucking call him British Strong Style. New Catch Republic.
Like, dog, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, that name sucks, man. That name sucks. And I'm gonna be honest, dude. As time has went on, I am not really feeling the Final Testament. I think that faction name sucks. Now that we're on the topic of bad
It's too much words. Yeah, I think it's just too much words. But it's cool, but I think it's just doing too much as a name. But yeah, that is true though. It can't be worse than Bang Bang Scissor Gang, or the Collision Cowboys, or their fucking 30 other nicknames that they just rant off every week. But yeah, New Catch Republic, that's fucking stupid as hell. They really are though. Fucking A. But yeah, Judgment Day is definitely winning the match. I mean,
yeah,
I don't think New Catch Republic is gonna win this one.
Yeah, 100%, man. Judgment Day is absolutely winning this. Yeah, I'm gonna go. My prediction is the same as Logan's. I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna do Judgment Day versus Awesome Truth at WrestleMania, and I think
Maybe.
our Truth is going to get the win over the Judgment Day, his family members, in the Judgment Day. So, yeah, but this is gonna be a banger, and I hope this gets Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate some fucking well needed spotlight, man, because Tyler Bate is a fucking gem, and it's about time the world gets to see it, bro. And so is Pete Dunne. So this is going to be a great showing, but the Judgment Day is obviously going to win here. So that is that, and the Grayson Waller effect with Cody Rhodes and Seth. No really prediction here. Maybe there could be a bloodline appearance. I know Triple H said absolutely not. I don't want you guys to expect The Rock to be here. But you never know. They could always surprise. You know, we get a bloodline and Cody and Seth. Little back and forth here. Whether that's the case or not, I mean, we'd be fine without it, but obviously it'd be cool for them to make a little appearance. But I think this is going to be cool nonetheless. It's going to be nice for Grayson Waller to get a little bit of hometown spotlight in Australia, and yeah, it'll be nice for Cody and Seth to get a little showing as well. So should be cool.
Definitely, man. Definitely. He could be there, he could not. I feel like if Roman's not there, Rock won't be there either. And obviously Roman's not going to be there. That would require, work. But it's going to be interesting to see how they do that, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, the next match, man, they actually, it is, I guess, confirmed that this will main event the show, which I'm happy for Rhea, but it is against Nia. I do get why they did it, because, Rhea's obviously going to be playing babyface, and they want to give her, insurmountable odds to overcome, which obviously, that being Nia Jax. This is an obvious Rhea. This is an obvious Rhea win. So, yeah, I mean, Rhea's gonna main event, which, I mean, she does deserve it, but yeah. So, yeah, Rhea's gonna win here, and yeah, so she will definitely pick up the victory. There's obviously no fucking way she's losing the belt a month and a half before WrestleMania.
Exactly, man. She's in the main event. She's obviously going to win. I mean, maybe it might be smart to put this in the main event. If you put this on for American audiences at 4 in the morning, they might fall asleep and miss the rest of the show. So you might as well put it on when they fall asleep. Show's already damn near over. So I get why it's the main event, but still.
Definitely, man. So the next match, the women's elimination chamber match. This one is pretty stacked. And Raquel. I am absolutely gonna stand on this. I would have much rather seen Jade Cargill here. I'm sorry. I don't care.
Oh, 1,000,000%. Raquel is one of the lamest people they got on The Rock. It's all she does, dog. But other than that, I really like the women they picked for this match, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, Liv Morgan versus Raquel versus Naomi versus Becky versus Bianca versus Tiffany Stratton. I'm very, very excited for Tiffany Stratton for this one. I'm excited to see what she can do. I'm over the moon. I'm very excited to see what she can bring to the table here. She's a stud. Yeah, she's gonna do fantastic, man. She is a stallion, bro. So for this one, I'm gonna go Becky. They've been building this up. This is an epic match. This is an epic feud with Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. So it makes all the sense in the world. And yeah, I think Becky's gonna do it, man. And I'm pretty excited for it.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I think it's kind of an obvious Becky win. But I'm excited to see how this match goes, man. How it plays out, man. And it's gonna be great.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. And for the last match, kinda, it's an alright field. It's an alright field for an Elimination Chamber. We got Kevin Owens versus Bobby Lashley versus Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre versus Logan Paul versus LA Knight. I think we're gonna build LA Knight and Logan Paul in here. I seen Seth Rollins saying he wants to face Randy at WrestleMania, but that's too bad because he's there he
He's still
is.
there.
There he is.
God damn, bro. What the fuck, dude?
I looked up while I was talking about this match, and I looked up and you were looking right in the camera all cockeyed. So
Fucking A, dude. I hate this fucking internet. God damn, I sound like someone else we know. This fucking internet, man. But
yeah, but obviously I would have loved if CM Punk was in here. That obviously would have made this perfect. But I do think based off what Seth said, you can add Randy as a dark horse, but I think Drew is definitely winning this chamber, man. I definitely think he's gonna win it and go on to face Seth at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship.
definitely, man. Definitely, I think so. I think it's obvious Drew McIntyre win. And I can't wait to see how they do it, man. I think they could have, done this, feel a little cooler, but it's not a bad feel whatsoever. No. It's going to be a good match, and they got stuff to build in this match, so it's going to be really cool, man. I'm excited, but it's definitely going to be a Drew McIntyre win.
Yeah, dude, CM Punk mixing it up with all these guys, man. God, that would have been so fucking sick. Like CM Punk and like Orton, and then if you add like Bronson in there, and then like obviously Punk and McIntyre, Punk and KO would have been nice. Punk and LA Knight, like fuck, man, that would have been so sick. Fucking injuries, dude.
Exactly, man. He probably would have got injured in this match, to be honest. So
Yeah,
might be a blessing in disguise. But
yeah, man. So that is the news, or not the fucking. Well, that is the news, and that is the Elimination Chamber predictions as well, man. So again, we will see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Yes, 10 a.m. in the morning, 10 a.m. Central Time with the Elimination Chamber review. I'm super pumped, man. So I want to wish everybody I hope everybody has a nice sleep through the night and they're actually able to get some sleep and be awake during the show. So I wish you guys the best, man, and safe travels to you guys, man. Yes, I hope you guys get a good night's rest. It's going to be rather easy for Bell, but it's going to be a little harder for the likes of Logan and Gotti and myself. So it's going to be a little hard, but I'm excited for it, man. I'm very excited for it. And with that, man, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious podcast, man. This has been the news and the Elimination Chamber predictions. And again, don't forget, man, 10 a.m. tomorrow. So we will see you guys in about 15 hours or so. 14 hours with the Elimination Chamber review, man. So we're on the grind starting now. So yeah, man, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious podcast. Once again, it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 202 of the news. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. We love you guys so very much. And we will see you guys in about 14 hours with the Elimination Chamber 2024 official show review. See you guys then.
Peace.
I used to get pills on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie feeling. Playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggest yours is the illest. Your style is played out like on the one that what you talking about, Willis. The thrill is gone, the black Frank White is here to excite and throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless, guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze cats till my clips is empty, don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck
Here I am, I'll be damned if this ain't some shit. Time to spread the butter lyrics over harmony grit. It's the Mood Killer Death Trap. Yes, I'm a jet black ninja. Coming where you rest at, surrender. Step inside the ring, use the #1 contender. Looking cold booty like your pussy in December. Nigga, stop bitching, button up your lippin'. From method, all you gettin' is a can of ass whipping. Hey, I be kicking. You, son, you doing all the yapping, acting as if it can't happen. Your frontin' got me mad enough to touch something. You want from Shallon, Allen, and ain't afraid to bust something. So what you want, nigga? You want, nigga? I got a 6-shooter and a horse named Trigger. It's real, 94, rugged raw, kicking on your goddamn
doors. A little
doors.
something like